Hello, hello. This is MJ again, and I thought I'd do a quick video on something I was thinking about very recently about leadership, particularly in this case, black leadership. And I think there are a few black leadership myths that are going around, or that I've heard anyway, over the years. And some of it's political, some of it's social, some of it has more to do with business, but there's an interweaving of these things. And one area I'd like to talk about or discuss briefly is it's been brought to my attention that a lot of people feel that for certain communities to work, they necessarily need representation that looks like them. I think that may be true at a local level. But when we talk about things like the executive office, the presidency, and so on, the question is, do we need a black president? I don't think so. Um, when you look at who leads the country in income and education, it's the Asian community. And there's never been an Asian president. Uh, I think there's one member of Congress of Asian descent, so they've never had much representation. But for whatever reason, they seem to be doing very well above and beyond other groups, even majority groups. Why is that? I have a couple of ideas that I'll likely discuss in another video, and I think I've discussed it in one other video so far. But I would like to eventually elaborate on that. So no, I don't think that's necessarily always the case. I think maybe more at a local level that may be suitable. Uh, but as far as to say we need representation as far as like a black president, in fact, we had that example already, and I would argue that though the black communities do far better under Democratic administrations, largely that's why they vote for Democrats. Um, but in the last president we had, President Obama, there wasn't this major shift in and black businesses or black whatever black you name it. Right? So I don't think it's necessarily the case all the time. The next one is: do we need black retail, or more importantly, do we need black industry? I have talked about this in other videos. The difference between retail businesses, which a lot of us talk about, was black business. Discuss what a black business is and what it means to have that. And I got a little bit into physiocratic economic theory about black industry. I would argue, as far as industry, as far as the transformation of raw materials into finished goods, I think there's 0.02% of black people who engage in this type of field. And this is very crucial. It's crucial because it's the fundamental foundation of everything that we have today, whether they are tables and chairs, forks and spoons, car parts, you name it. Everything comes from the earth. And very few black people actually get into that field. Retail is another story because you're looking for a particular market demographic. With black industry, in the sense that I'm explaining it, you don't have to do that. Everybody needs those parts. Everybody needs nails. Everybody needs door hinges and so on. And I would also add that this is what I see happening in relation to this is when we talk about voting, or like I mentioned earlier, the Barack Obama and black leadership, this is starting to come away, or this is more of a dying age of black constituents right now. And I see there's a surge of more progressive posturing, and it's happening. It's long removed from the civil rights era. The diversity movement, meaning more minorities, i.e., women, blacks, Hispanics, etc., are getting into things like engineering, business planning, and so on, whatever. And I think that's going to be very important. If you would have asked, if I would have talked about this 5 years ago or longer, I would have said, well, it'd be possible in the next 20 years. But I would say this is going to be something or force to reckon with within the next 5 years at the rate that is happening now. So I think that's something to look out for, and I think it's something very important. So on that note, I will see you guys in the next video.